Well, we hear a lot of talk about the supply chain. And traditionally, monitoring of your supply chain might rely on a variety of software systems and internal processes that don't, unfortunately, all communicate with each other. And the result is that your company may be missing data that could reduce risks to the supply chain, reduce risk to the company, or ensure product safety. So companies need to have insight into quality processes across the entire supply chain. So enterprise quality management software is one way to provide this insight. We've been talking about EQMS, enterprise quality management software, for quite a while, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more today. So with us today via Skype is Mohan Ponnudurai, Industry Solution Director at Sparta Systems. Hi, Mohan.
Hi there. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
Well, before we get started, can you give us just a really brief description of what enterprise quality management software is?
Sure. What we find in most companies are, there are a lot of multiple fragmented strategic systems. When I say strategic systems, these are the foundational systems that companies have, like ERP, PLM, LIMS systems, and things of that nature. Key quality processes are being performed in various disconnected systems, including in those pillar systems or manual, spreadsheet, Excel, point solutions. So all of these systems are unique with little or no sharing of the essential quality data. So in an ideal state, these systems are harmonized into pillar systems with ERP being the foundational system. Right? So these systems are integrated, sharing data where needed, and EQMS becomes a pillar managing all the quality processes globally. So what we say is there are three dimensions to the quality processes. So the first dimension is all the processes. Second dimension is functional business units, like audit, QA, procurement, etc. And third is the unique geographic locations where the company might be operating. So now these processes are currently, as I said before, performed in different areas, different silos, if you want to call it. Under the EQMS, we are bringing the three dimensions of the quality together so the organizations get the transparency and the visibility to issues. So with the EQMS, this helps the companies not only solve the issues quickly, because reaction, you want to be rapidly able to find things and react to it, and also it helps them, to analyze, is this problem's recurring? Is this problem happening in different area that I could apply the same kind of methodology in another place? So it really gives you that entire landscape, quality landscape for timely and better decision making. So that's really what EQMS is all about.
Okay, well, give us an actual example of kind of EQMS software in action, so that if our viewers aren't really still connecting with what you're saying, they get an idea of how it might work out within an organization.
Sure. Let me give you a couple of examples, and this is easily relatable to any industry. It's not specific to pharma, medical device, or automotive aerospace. So let's say during manufacturing process, you need that a part is not fitting. So this triggers a deviation. So now from the manufacturing system, that trigger generates a deviation record in EQMS, TrackWise EQMS, and you're capturing the related information to the specific part. But once a part number is entered, you want to know, serial number, the lot number, data manufacturer, who the supplier is. So when it's entered into the manufacturing inventory, any other details that you need as part of the process, as part of remediating this issue that you just discovered, right? So this information gets retrieved from a specific table in ERP, or it could be coming from your product master data management record set. So all these things are coming in automatically. So what you're getting at the end is everything is tied together, and you are getting it in a very rapid, quick manner. So here's another example. First one was the manufacturing. So let's consider an example from a customer related, right? So here's a customer or a consumer calling customer support or field service, and they're taking an intake of the complaint. Let's say it's missing or broken part in the package that they received. So when the customer service person intakes the information, as soon as your customer enters the information or the initial information, it goes into CRM, gets the customer information, it goes into the ERP, get the product information like serial number, date of manufacturer, lot number, all the details. So now you are getting all those things internally inputted coming from the central data source. Now, what is this doing is two things. First, you're getting all the right data correctly, so you don't have to go and look up and bring it and manually enter. And second, you may also right away know that, oh, you know what, this problem is existing for this specific lot number based on this information that we have. So you can actually provide some sort of a triage much quicker instead of waiting around. So again, time is money, you want to remediate quickly. So this is a couple of examples from both ends of the spectrum.
Well, let's talk from a technical point of view here now a little bit, because I know one concern some viewers are going to have is like, look, I have a CRM system, I have an ERP system, I have other systems, document control, and I've got 4 or 5 computer systems already. Are they going to have to trash those in order to bring in an EQMS system, or is there some way that that data that already exists in those systems can be brought into an EQMS system? How does that work?
Good question. Like I said in the opening, almost every customer, they have those pillar systems, those critical systems like you mentioned just a while ago, ERP, PLM, LIMS, doc management, whatnot. And they all do their own things, and they don't really handle the quality in a centralized manner. So what we do is we leverage the information in that and we connect to that, so there is no rip and replace scenario here. So EQMS really connects to those, get the information appropriately, and handle the end-to-end process of managing the quality, and we actually complement those systems as opposed to replace any of those systems. They are all cohabitating in the enterprise environment.
Now, what about reportage? I mean, you have an article that's actually, I believe, it's in today's issue of Quality Digest. Yep. And one of the things you talk about there is one of the things you get from an EQMS is the ability to maybe generate reports that wouldn't have been possible before, because you're able to bring in data from different types of sources and generate unique reports that perhaps weren't possible before?
Correct. Because we are think about it like we are sitting amongst the other systems, other critical systems, and what you want is you want to have the full visibility. You spoke about before about mid management must have the visibility, not only just the end users or the top management, right? So we want to be able to pull the right information, right data from the different systems, because that's what EQMS is doing. And as part of it, you want to generate the outputs as well that is relevant information that is relevant to the user. So if it is a mid-level manager, they want to know about specific product coming to a site XYZ, and they want to know about what's going on, what the trend is, how the fix has been going, or even how are we doing compared to the benchmark versus our current performance. All those information is coming from different areas, and you want to be able to present that output in a usable manner so they can make that impactful decisions in a timely and efficient way. So that's what we always say, there's a lot of data, but the data is totally useless unless you can provide the useful information out to the right people.
Okay, well, Mohan, thank you. We also have a webinar coming up on that's going to be talking about this topic in just a little bit.
Yes.
Using analytics to improve quality in the supply chain. That's coming up next Tuesday, February 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and in which we're going to be talking about these issues and more, I'm assuming. Yes.
We will be covering EQMS and enterprise analytics and reporting and all the good and fun stuff.
Okay. Well, Mohan Ponnudurai from Sparta Systems, I thank you for showing up on our show this morning, and I guess we'll see you next Tuesday.
Well, we'll see you then. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mohan.
Thanks, Mohan. Yes.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. And all of you out there, if you haven't already, be sure to sign up for that. There's a link right in Mohan's article, I believe, where you can go and sign up for that. And we've been sending out some e-blasts too, and there'll be another one on Monday. So look out for that in your email inbox, and make sure if you're interested in this topic, which is pretty broad at this point. A lot of people
Yeah.
certainly need to understand that, and within the supply chain, which is always a concern, make sure you check out that webinar. Again, that's going to be next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
All right. Well, now.